It's Monday. Yay, Monday. We all love Mondays. My Monday has turned out to be exactly what it's a Monday can be. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. So the bat signal's going out. See who wants to join me on the playground this morning. It is 10 o'clock. I apologize. I'm running late. We had plumbing issues this morning. Yay, plumbing. We all love plumbing. So it's going to be a day-long Monday for me with the plumbing. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Little floods here and there. Who can, it's just life, right? So we'll see who wants to join me while I warm up for tea. I think that's Melanie. I think. Good morning, whoever that is. Pop in. If you'll help me share out, I can't seem to do that at the same time as I talk. I can't chew gum at the same time as I walk either. Well, I can, but it's fun to play with. So it's been a wild morning for me, so I apologize for being late. I'm here, and it's Monday, and it is being such a Monday. So I hope that your day is going a little more smoothly than mine. So if it's not, we're going to gather together and we'll just all talk about what is going on. What is going on? Lauren, hi, good morning, I see you. Come on in and join me at the playground. Let's all be still for a few minutes. Would everyone please be still with me and say a little prayer for my plumbing this morning? It's been a wild morning. I woke up immediately. The first thing that happened was Abby came running to me, Mom, there was a flood in the washing. And I'm like, oh gosh, what's going on? And I'm looking to see how bad the flood is. It's okay. And then I go to take a shower and she's like, Mom, the water's backing up downstairs in the bathroom. I'm like, oh gosh, this is bigger than me. So it's been a fun morning for me. What a way to wake up. So I'm chilling out now. I've got my tea. I've walked the dog out in nature. Everything's going to be okay. How are you guys this morning? Let me know how your Monday is shaping up for you already. I was going to call today reality because reality is, I sat there yesterday and I was like, what is your reality? Is your reality this 3D, all of this stuff? And do you get all wrapped up in it? Or do you step away from it sometimes and say, okay, it's just life. Just as Archangel Michael has come in and told me a number of times, it's only life. It's just life. It's okay. It's all right. Whatever is going on in your world, it's all going to be here today, going tomorrow anyway. So why worry about it? So, hi, Lauren. Thank you for joining me. I think it's just you and me today. Some days are like that. I don't know how to share. I don't know how to get it out. Whoops. When I need to. And it's okay. I'll just sit here and talk with whoever gets here. So I'm being stillness for a few minutes. See if I can be good about sharing. Nope, I can't even get my password right. It's been a crazy day already. Tell me how your day is. Talk to me. See if we can get this warmed up. See if we can get things going. I'm looking to see what's going on in my world, and I'm trying to recenter myself and get grounded. Been a wild day. We have a snowstorm moving into. So to add to the fact that we've got to dig up a broken pipe in the back lawn, we have snow coming down. So it's a wild day. Let me know how things are in your neck of the woods while I try to calm down and figure out how to share this video out. I see two. Come on in. Come on in. Come in and play. We all need to go to our own reality today. I didn't call it reality. I called it authenticity. Good morning, Julie Kess. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you. If you'll help me share out so people can actually find me, that would be awesome. And then we'll go into, we're going into what has life been like for you, because for me today, it's been wild. I'm not going to keep going into my plumbing issues. So I'm coming here so that we can have some time to just be in stillness, pull ourselves out of this reality we call life and into the reality we call our higher selves, where life is all good and peaceful and beautiful. Batman's joined me this morning too. Look at this. I'm moving upstairs, so it's a clutter mess. And as I was moving stuff, I was like, hello, Batman. Batman wants to join us, so he's right here behind me. He's got my back again. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Julie. I find that even when I try to share from here, I get this crazy stuff. Whoops, here, now I've got myself going in two different directions. Stop, lady, stop talking over there. So I call it authenticity because a friend of mine, we had a talk yesterday, a big talk. And I think that it's an important message about oftentimes light workers, see if you can go with me here, oftentimes light workers go to this place of, I'm all love and light. You know, it's all rainbows and butterflies, and we don't go, we forget that we're human still, and we don't talk about our trials and tribulations. We don't talk about the things that we've gone through in life. And when we don't do that, there's a disconnect with people around us. Let's see, there's a share button. I found it. I'm getting good. I see number 3. Come on in, Carol. I think that's you. Come on in. Share via what? More options. Copy link. I don't want to do that. Share to a page. Share to a group. We can do one at a time. It's quite all right. Let me get this out just a little bit, and then we'll get going. Because I know one group I'd like to have it go to live. And it says it, that can't find it. I give up. I can't do 2 things at once. I told you that. I can drink my tea and I can rest and relax. Good morning, Tammy. That was Tammy. Good morning. You have a picture that's very much in my limited vision. And I don't, oh, I do have glasses. But in my limited vision right now, your picture is very much like Carol's. So that's why I thought, good morning, Laura. I see you guys sneaking in slowly, carefully. It's slippery outside, so I want you to be careful. We've got a snowstorm happening. Good morning, Rosalind. How are you this morning? It's Monday. It's a brand new week. We're off and running this morning. I've been talking about it since I got on. I woke up to plumbing issues. My daughter was like, flood in the bedroom, flood in the bathroom. Oh, gosh. So it's been one of those days for me. So I'm coming here. I've just finally gotten settled in, and I looked at the clock, and I'm like, oh, it's 10:03. I almost missed you guys this morning. I've already been out in the snow with a dog walk. It's beautiful out there. I'm not a fan of winter, but we have these red cardinals everywhere, and the snow is starting to pile. We're supposed to get, by tomorrow at noon, we're supposed to have 8 to 12 inches here. So, hello, winter. Yesterday was spring. Today is winter again. Let's see what you guys got going on. Major snowstorm there too, Julie. Yeah, we're getting it. Oh, you're February 5th. I hope that you can get that nice, safe drive. The closer you get further south, you're going to be good. This is a big nor'easter coming through. And so we're getting a part of it way down here in Tennessee. And I saw that it's going all the way up the coast and then into New York. So, yeah, we're all going to get this one. Well, most of us, those of us that are in that range. And it's going to be a good one. So it's really, the good news is that they told us from midnight till noon tomorrow, I think, and so far we haven't. A lot of times they say that and then it's up in the mountains and it's not down here so much for us, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I like a little snow, it's okay. I just don't want a major storm. Especially Laura Runner, looking forward to February 5th. Oh, you're looking forward to the class? Is that what we're doing? Yes, Friday. Friday night at 8 o'clock only, February 5th. Yes, looking forward to our class Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so 5 p.m. your time. It'll be good. I'm looking forward to getting this class, this group, because I really don't even like to call them classes. We turn into a very cohesive group. You find a support system like you've never had before. It's a tribe. It's a tribe. So we're forming a new tribe on Friday night again, second night. One of you is the first night, and I'm looking forward to that. So thank you for that reminder. Let's see what else we got going this week. I have 3 classes now a week, and we're going to be starting another class. John Stewart's going to be starting a class too on psychic development and developing your abilities. It'll be kind of fairly advanced for those people that already have abilities that want to expand on them. So I'm looking forward. He teaches me really well. So I can't wait for you guys. It'll be him and I together teaching. So I'm looking forward to that one getting started sometime soon too. Laura Runner, make something to look forward to. Woohoo, we're going to have so much fun Friday. I can't wait to join you guys again. I never know where it's going to go. So I'm always like, okay, who's going to come in, who's going to help us? And there's always different things that happen. No matter how many times I do this class, it's different every time. So I'm really looking forward to you guys because it feeds off of you. It's whoever comes into the class is how the class develops. So it's a beautiful tribal experience. So let's see. Sorry, I just got in on the cold. I need that tea. It's warming my bones. So We were already talking a little bit about it, and I really want to go into authenticity today. I feel like it's super important for us to have that conversation today and probably many, many times. I had a conversation with a person that I've been working with for over a year now, year and a half, easy. Yesterday, it was an important conversation for me to have. I try to be very authentic when I come in here in the morning. And I do call in that higher self. And so when I go into the meditative time, it tends to be more from my higher self. So I make that shift over. But for a while, you know that when I first come in, I tend to tell you all about my world and all the crazy things that are happening. And I love that you guys are able to be authentic with me also. If you're having a struggle, if something is really difficult, if you have illness in your family, if you've got anything going on, please feel free to share. I try to watch unless the energy starts channeling through. I try to really pay attention to you guys because I want us to work. I feel as if we're being given that message. It's important. As light workers, we tend to, there can be that spiritual bypass. That's the word that I'm trying to do. Many times when people fall into spirituality, they start to be love and light to everyone. They don't want to show their true selves. Well, not their true selves. They want to show the lower vibrational self. They don't want to be that person that they've always been. They try to get into that higher space all the time. And it's really important to many people, pretty much probably everyone, that we be authentic. You're going to see me. I've cried with you guys. You've seen me. My biggest growth spurt came through a horrible experience of losing my husband to cancer. So for the past 4 years, I've just been coming out more and more and more and letting you guys see the struggles. I've been an abused person. I've been through an abusive marriage for 20 years. I'm a mother of 6. It's been a horrible financial struggle. I had times when I was selling my plasma so that I could put gas in the car and put food on the table for my kids after my first marriage split. I've been there. And so there's nothing that you could tell me that would shock me, that would make me judge you, because I've been through my own struggles. I know what it is. Every day I still have my moments of struggle. I'm getting better. I will say that it gets easier and we learn how to rise above our physicality a little bit so that we're not so completely controlled. I've learned how to step above and observe my life and look down on it and go, okay, I see where that piece fit into that piece and that piece fit into that piece. And I learn how to, I learned that I'm a creator, that I'm a conscious creator, that I can create a better reality for myself. But that lesson has come through a lot of struggle and a lot of pain, really. And the greatest pains that I've had are the things that have really opened me up and changed my life. If I hadn't gone through that loss of Steve, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys today, I promise. Hi, John. So our experiences as being human people are very important. We don't spiritually bypass, and we need to learn to be more authentic. We need to learn to go to people. We want to give out those love messages. We want to give out those kind words. And we also come out and say, you know what? I've been where you are. There's a reason why we go through those lower vibrational experiences. We go through it so that we can look at other people and say, man, you know, I've been there. I know what it's like to be flat broke. I know what it's like to be trying to figure out where that next gallon of milk is going to come from for my kids, or how I'm going to put gas in the car to go to work again, or I know what it's like to be emotionally, physically abused. I know what it's like to deal with an alcoholic husband. I know what it's like to grow up very poor. I know what it's like to feel neglected as a child. I know what it's like to feel like an outsider. I could go on and on and on. I know what you're going through, all of the experiences in life. I can say, I've been there. And so instead of me coming into you and saying, well, let me fix you, which is what a lot of love and light people want to do. They think, oh, I'm only here to fix the world. I'm going to come in, I'm going to tell you how I got better so that you can do what I did and make yourself all better. And somehow I feel good about myself. And that's not my job. My job is not to fix anyone. My job is not to judge anyone. My job is to just be willing to get down in that mud bath with them sometimes. So because I've been there and because I've had these experiences, I can sit in the mud with you. I know what you're going through. And I don't need to fix you. You're not broken. But I can be authentic with you, and I can let you see that I've suffered too. And that I know what it's like to suffer and to go without. I know what that's like. And so that's the reason that we allow ourselves to go through these things. We can judge our lives and we say, yeah, why? Why did I have to go through that horrible experience? Well, now, once you get past it, you might be even in it right now. Can you realize how important those experiences are to your empathy? We can't empathize. We can't be true empaths if we don't go through the depths of pain. So you sat there planning out your life before you came here, and you said, well, in order for me to be able to be really, really authentic, in order for me to really empathize with those people that I'm going to be helping, or that I'm going to be reaching out to, or they're going to come looking for me, I gotta really know. I gotta really experience. Why do you think? And I know some of you may not have the same belief systems that I do. I was raised in a Christian experience. A lot of that I've let float away. I don't have a strong dogmatic belief system. But I do believe that there are truths in the Bible, and I do very much believe that Jesus came as a teacher, as a metaphysician. He walked on water. He turned water into wine. Jesus was a metaphysician, just as I am, one of my greatest teachers. And I want you to realize that Jesus came, the Creator came, the energy, the source energy came to experience life and all of its pain and beauty and everything in the middle, everything in between, so that there would be a greater understanding for humanity and for our challenges and for what we go through. And we all did the same thing. You're an amazing soul. You've come to this planet many, many times, and you have experienced the pains and the suffering of the planet. And you've done it more than once, and you've come in many times thinking, well, I'm going to make it better this time. I'm going to change things this time. And you died, probably died trying, because there was someone out there that didn't believe as you did, that didn't see, thought it was evil, thought that you were evil, and decided to do away with you. Many of us have gone through that. That's why we're so tribal. We're like, hey, how did you die the last time? Oh, I got my head taken off. What did you do? Oh, I got drowned. Whatever. And we've all been there. We've all had those experiences. And so we can kind of, in that way, we have this tight connection. Like, we have all been trying to do this over and over again. We've been trying to raise the vibration of the planet, to teach each other, even Jesus. We're in good company, and many, many other belief systems. There have been those who have come into the planet to try to change things, to try to raise the vibration, to try to bring us to the understanding that we're all connected. And one by one, we have systematically done them in. We have done in loads of people. We have done it in massive amounts. It's been this planet has a wild, crazy, painful history. And yet here we are. Here we are. Joan of Arc. I've been called that before. Will you go back? Will you go back? Many of us have lived enough lifetimes. We've already had all the experience, the lower vibrational experiences that our soul needs. That's the truth. That's why you're here this time. You've already really done this. You've done it all before. You didn't have to come back this time. You volunteered to come back because you knew that through all of the experiences that you've had, if you could sit down and write a book or create a masterpiece, imagine yourself with this beautiful painting in front of you, and you're putting all these beautiful little details in there. You can rise above and you can look down on it. You can go, oh yeah, I remember when I'm going to put that in there. Oh, this is going to add some beautiful color and texture. Remember that experience that I had that was so painful, and yet, wow, what color that adds to my painting. And you just keep filling in this beautiful masterpiece that is all of your collective lifetimes together. All of these beautiful experiences that you've had have created an absolute perfection, something that could is more beautiful than anything and any of the most famous artists on the planet have ever done. Your masterpiece will outdo any of them, I promise. And so you take that masterpiece, it's you. You step back into the planet, this beautiful masterpiece. You are the masterpiece, and you stepped back in as this tiny little helpless being, and you've gone through it again. Here we go again. I'm sure that all of us, as soon as our eyes opened, we came through the birth canal, or however the birthing experience was, we went, oh gosh. Do you ever get on that roller coaster and you're like, at first you're like kind of excited. You're a little bit, hesitant, but you're kind of excited to get on that new ride. And you're like, yeah, I think I'll live through this maybe. Let's hope we do. And then you get on it and you're like flying. You're going and you're like, whoa, this is really awesome. This is great. But when you're first climbing that big hill, think about that first roller coaster you ever went on. I just went on one a couple months ago at Dollywood again. She's got the greatest. Oh, Dolly, she's got the greatest roller coaster. It's called Soaring Eagle. And you're out on these wings and your feet are hanging free and you're just out here on the wings. And you get all buckled in and you're sitting there going, this is great. And I hope that my heart survives this. And really, you literally go, this could be really hard on the heart. I hope we get through this. But I try to set all that aside, and I'm like, no, because I really want this experience, and if I die doing this, I'm gonna die happy. At least I love this roller coaster so much. So we sit on those wings and we're just flying, and it's the closest to being a bird I think that I could ever experience in this physical form, because you're out there and it just climbs and it 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 goes higher and higher and higher, and you're like, oh gosh, I'm gonna get, and you're looking around. I know as I'm older, I'm like, I don't just go, oh, I'm going to get to the top. I go, oh, look at over there. Look at over there. And I wish I could, let me see if I can see behind me. I'm like, oh, there's the mountains over there. And there's the big Ferris wheel. And there's this, I'm just really looking and enjoying the ride along the way. And that is very different from what I used to do when I was a child. And then all of a sudden you get to that top and you look down and you're like, oh gosh, here we go. And off you're flying and you just dive all the way down almost to the ground and then back up and you do loop-de-loops and you do all these crazy things. And when you get to the end, you're like, let me take my pulse. Okay, I'm still here. I'm still alive. My heart is still definitely beating. Hair's all blown back. It's crazy. The last time we went on it, it was about 35 degrees. It was so cold, and that wind going about 55, 60 miles an hour in your face was like, I wanted to poke and see if my cheek's still there. They shatter. And they felt like they should shatter. It was very cold. And yet there's such exhilaration. And I'm telling you all about that because that's life every time we go through. It's like you're getting back on that roller coaster ride. And there's going to be these crazy twists and turns, and there's going to be these huge climbs, and then these drops that'll take your breath away. All these things. And it just goes and goes and goes. And you come out of the birth canal and you're like, oh gosh, just like if you're getting on that roller coaster, you're like, oh gosh, what have I done? And some of us just scream. We start screaming. I do that. I start screaming. I have so much fun with people. I used to work in an amusement park, so I have a lot of fun with the ride operators because I was a ride operator. So they're like, yeah, everybody do whatever. And I'm like, I start screaming before it even gets out of the gate because I want to have so much fun with people. And they're laughing. They're like, there's that crazy one again. I start screaming because I want to get everybody riled up. It's so much fun to scream. And I come out of the park usually with my vocal cords are completely gone. And I've had so much fun because I'm a big child. And that's how we need to experience life. That's why I'm giving you that. Because, yeah, it's scary. We get on that ride and we're like, what have I gotten myself into? And we can scream and cry and we can fuss and we can complain all we want. And we chose to get on this ride. You decided, wow, you know what? It's the scariest ride. This planet is the scariest ride in all of everywhere, all the planets that ever existed. Earth is it. Everybody wants to come here and have this experience because this is the scariest ride there is. And so we're like, yeah, please send me. And many of us have done it many, many times because we love this ride so much. As horrible, as scary as it is, as challenging as it is, and we're always like, oh gosh, I hope I get out of this alive. Well, we never do, really. Well, we do. We come out of it alive. We just don't keep this physical skin suit forever. But the ride is so worth it. It's so worth it. All of those little dips and turns and curves and upside down loop-de-loops, they all came together, didn't they, to help us create this masterpiece. Have you ever gone down and you get the pictures? I did that. Like, I brought my kids to Dollywood the first time we came to Dollywood, and Mac was like 15, and he's now, so that was like 14 years ago. Wow, gosh. No, it couldn't have been that long ago because Abby was around. So it was 12 years ago at least. Anyway, I went down and I looked at the pictures, and he looked like an old man. His hair was plastered back against, he actually looked like an old woman. His hair was plastered back because it just all blew back so tight. And his face was all pulled back like this. And his eyes are huge and he's screaming bloody murder. And every time I looked at that picture, I laughed hysterically. I need to find it again because it's the funniest picture I've ever seen. I would, all the way home, I'm driving all the way 5, 6, 7 hours with all these kids in the car. And Mac would hold up that picture and I've got tears rolling down my eyes again. It's so funny. I wonder if after we're done with this ride on planet Earth, if we can go to a room and see pictures of our scared faces and laugh at ourselves and go, oh, it was so funny. It was so cute the way you did that. It was so funny. And then we can review it. We can go, yeah, that hill, that was quite a twist right there. That one really took my breath away. That was tough, but I made it. I made it. And then eventually we get to the other side. Eventually we get to the end of the ride and we get to go, oh, okay. That's why I did all this stuff. That's why I did it as part of my masterpiece. So maybe you can look at your life more as a ride. Maybe you can look at your life more as something to not take so seriously, to be a little bit more attentive to. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hi, Christina. I get talking. Hi, John. I said hi to you, I believe. Is that Gil Phillips? Good morning. I'm sorry because I get on a roll. And my roller coaster was taken off without me. Without you guys. It was gone. And I got to talking again. So life is all meant to be fun. It's meant to be like a giant amusement park. We have those low moments. We have pain. We have suffering. But we come back out the other side. We will always come back out the other side. And sometimes we got to have a buddy beside us so that as we're going down that big loop, that buddy can reach over and hold your hand and say, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You're going to get to the end of this. I promise I'm right here with you. And sometimes they're in physical form and sometimes they're in spiritual form. Sometimes they're angels. Sometimes they're loved ones or spirit guides. But we're always supported. We're always going to get through the other side. We're always going to get to the end and we're going to realize that's when life really begins, is when we get to the end of the road, the end of that ride. It's never, our lives never end. They don't come to an end. We just get to keep riding this crazy roller coaster over and over again. We get to come back and try again. Let's see if we can do it this time. And I'm going to remember where that camera is. You ever do that? You're like, I know right where that camera is this time. So when my face gets and I see that flash, I'm going to freeze in some crazy, I do it all the time. It's one of my games I play. Make sure that when I get to that camera that I've got just a nice calm smile on my face or whatever I choose to do, so that, or I'll go, ah, like that. I'll pose so the pictures are really funny. We get better at it. That's what I'm trying to say, is we do get better at this. The more we practice, you look at these little newbie souls that are walking the planet, they're ridiculous, aren't they? They're so silly. The games that they play, the drama that they create. They're baby souls. They're on their first or second roller coaster ride. We've been on that roller coaster ride a lot. We know every twist and turn. We know how low it can go, and we remember too, if we pay attention, we'll remember that we're going to come back up the other side and that everything's going to be okay. And we're eventually going to get to the end of the ride, and when we do, we're just going to start all over again. We never come to an end. It just keeps on. This amusement park, it just keeps going, doesn't it? Sometimes it's more like a haunted house, and other times it's the tunnel of love. But it just is what it is, and we need to learn to experience all of it and appreciate all of it for the opportunities that it allows us. Right? We are allowed. We came back. We were allowed to come back to this planet. It's an honor to be here right now. It's an honor to be able to share this time with you. I'm thankful. I'm grateful that I chose to come back and be here right now with you. That's the truth. So I hope you can absorb that. That's me being authentic. That's my truth. So what do you say? Oh, it's good tea. Caroline got some Irish cream creamer last night. She doesn't like it. I'm like, well, I'm good. I can drink that. Irish cream, yum. Irish cream tea. You are so welcome, John Stewart. Wake up on that. Oh, hold on. I gotta see. Christina woke up on the right side of the grass. Hold on. There, I can see. So doing very well. Hope everyone had a great Monday and a great week. Yeah, I got a few issues with my home today that need to be taken care of, but mostly, Gil, the conduit to help self-healing. Perfect. Excellent. I like that sound. Just been shopping. Very good, John. Let me see if I've... Oh, Rosalind. So there's one for Christina. I woke up in the grass. I would like to be waking up in the grass. My grass is frozen right now, and white stuff keeps falling. So I used to in the summer, and I still will when I start this. When I would go to start the live show, I'd go out and take my shoes and socks off, or I wouldn't even have my shoes. I walk barefoot a lot in the summertime. I rarely like to wear shoes, and so I just walk out and step off my patio and step into the grass, and I just stand there and go, oh gosh, that's good. Gosh, that feels good. Just let that earth energy come right on up through. I couldn't do that today. It was a little cold. I did take a walk out there with the doggy though, so I got snowed on. And I was talking, and as I was talking and walking, the snow was falling in my mouth. You ever do that? You ever stand there with your tongue hanging out to catch the snow on your tongue? That's kind of what was happening to me. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I got to taste the snow this morning. So it's 10 o'clock. 10:30. 10:34. We have a little bit of time. We can go into some meditation, unless I think I got rerouted into the roller coaster ride. But if you guys would like, we were talking a lot about authenticity, and that circles back around to that. It really does, because that roller coaster ride is rough. It's sometimes those dips are a lot for us to handle, and we can be. Don't forget that you've been in those dips. Don't forget that you've gone down under the earth sometimes. Don't forget that that you've been through stuff. Don't forget that, because that's where that conversation yesterday came to. It was like, we have the ability to rise above. We have the ability to pull in our higher selves, to get to that place where we feel just deliciousness. It's really, when you get good at pulling in your higher self, it's like heaven comes to visit whenever you ask. It's like heaven just opens up and you feel it, and it comes right into your physicality, and then it's like, oh, and I just did it. It's like, that's who I really am. You feel your cosmic stardust. But remember that you are still physical, that you've been through things, and by being authentic and allowing people to see your authenticity, they're drawn to you. They don't want to see that perfect supermodel. They want to see you in the way of, you've been through some difficult times yourself, and because you've been through those difficult times, it makes you a stronger empath, and it allows you to sit down. Just go there with them. Can I encourage you to do that today? If you've got someone that's depressed or sad or hurting, instead of trying to go into them and saying, well, this is how you fix it, because that tends to be our way, isn't it? We do that with religion. We do it in so many ways. We're like, okay, well, yeah, I know you're depressed. Okay, let me see how I can help you to fix that. It's not my job to fix you. It's not your job to fix anyone. Sometimes you all really, every time, when you have a loved one that's going through sadness or pain or hurt, I'll promise you, after I lost Steve, I didn't want people to come along and tell me. I lost 2 babies too. I've had 2 miscarriages, and I didn't want somebody coming along and telling me, well, you'll have another one. Don't worry about it. It just wasn't meant to be. How many times do people do stuff like that? Well, that one just wasn't meant to be. Don't worry about it. You'll have another one. And you're like, excuse me, but you can't replace one for another. You can't replace a loved one. You don't want somebody telling you, well, it's okay because, give it some time, you're going to feel better, and then you'll meet someone else. That's not what I wanted to hear. All I wanted, all I needed, and all you need, and anyone else on the planet, is when we're hurting like that, because we are going to have our pain still. We're still human. What we really need is for someone to come in and sit down with us and maybe give us a hug, hold our hand, and say, I'm here. I'm here. If you need to cry, if you need to talk, if you need whatever you need, you just tell me what you need. I'm not going to try to fix you. I'm not going to try to tell you that it's going to get better. I'm not going to try to tell you to chin up and, don't go there. Don't let yourself have pain. You came here to experience all of it. We all came here to experience all of it. That means that we're going to experience some low times. And when we do, all we need is for someone to say, hey, I'm here. And maybe to climb down into that little dark cave with you and say, okay, I'm going to sit with you for a while. I'm just here. I don't need to try to fix you. I'm not going to grab your hand and pull you back out into the sunshine and force you to be happy again. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to be here with you. And I can empathize with you because I've gone through it before. So sometimes when we're talking to people and giving messages, it's okay to be authentic. I remember when I first started sharing it, and I was like, I don't know if I should go to those painful places with people. I don't know if they will receive that. That might be too much for them. And I've found that the people that need those messages come out of the woodwork. They do need to hear that I've been there too. That I've been there, that I know what it feels like. They need to see we need to be willing to cry with each other. We need to be willing to just say, yeah, this is a tough planet. I totally get it. I've been there and I'm here in case you need me, and not like, well, pick up your chin. It's all going to be okay. Sing you a song in Disney movies. Everything's going to work out in an hour. The movie will be over. There will always be a happy ending. That happy ending sometimes takes some effort and some time to get to. You will come back around there, but in the meantime, you just need a friend. So that's why we go through that stuff, so we can empathize better with those around us, right? So I wish I was somewhere right now where the grass is warm. Christina, I feel for you. Look at, I'm climbing right in there with you. I'm right there with you. I can empathize, Christina. I was just joking a bit about being happy to be alive as opposed to the alternative. I'm in Michigan, where there is, let me see. I got lost, where there's several inches of snow over our grass. So instead of feeling the warm grass, it is more like a lesson in faith that under the snow there is life and grass and cycles happening all the time. Exactly. We have snow for a couple, and there is the most gorgeous red bird sitting right outside my window right now. Sorry. I'm going to go get my camera. As soon as we're done here, I don't care it's cold, I'm going to lift up the screen and I'm going to sit here until I get the perfect picture. He's gorgeous. Sorry. Yes. Because we're having snow, see me, I'm like so distracted. I'm like my dog. I'm like, but what about the squirrel? Squirrel? Because we have snow coming in, I have this window where I can sit and watch those beautiful, gorgeous red birds, and that snow is going to cover the trees, and it's going to show the perfect red bird picture. You watch me. So snow has its purpose, and as soon as it melts in a couple of days, because this is a short-lived storm, it's not going to last long. It's going to go away. In a couple of days, in another month, we already have flowers. We have our daffodils trying to pop through. These little purple and white ones, I don't know what they are, but there's already flowers coming. So this is only temporary, just like everything we've been talking about, Tammy. You're exactly right. Under the grass here, our grass is so hardy. You guys in the northern states, you know what it's like. Down south, if it gets cold or they get a freeze, everything's brown and dried out and dead looking. Here, as soon as the snow melts, the grass is just as green as it can be. And it's just hiding there under your snow. And soon it's all going to melt away and spring's going to spring. And we're going to have the most beautiful flowers everywhere. And trees, popcorn trees as I call them, will just go pop, 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 pop. And we'll be seeing it in just a couple of weeks here. It's already February. So Michigan, it'll be a little longer, but you'll get there. You'll get there. You'll get tastes of it. You know that February, March, it starts to give you tastes of spring. So we're almost there. We've almost made it through the toughest part of the year. It's going to be okay, right? Be careful out there. It sounds beautiful. It is beautiful. All of us that are getting this big snowstorm, just be careful. It is dangerous stuff, so we want to be careful. You're exactly right, John. So let's go into a little meditation time. It's really funny. I'm sitting here playing around because yesterday I moved my desk. There was already a really old antique desk up here that Jim brought up, super heavy, crazy. And so I moved all my stuff up here. This desk sits up really high, so I've got this office chair underneath me that typically is just squeaking away downstairs because I'm moving it back and forth. You notice it can't because it's sitting on the carpet, but have you ever seen Lily Tomlin where she sits in that giant chair and she just swings her legs? I had to pull the chair all the way up, and I'm sitting all the way back, and so if I pick up my feet just a little bit, I can swing my legs just like Lily Tomlin. My little short legs. I feel like a little mini person sitting here. Just had to share that with you. I don't know why. So let's go in. My inner child has awakened, as you can tell. She's sitting here swinging her feet and looking at the red birds. She wants to go play on the playground. So let's go have some fun. Let's go play. So if you can, if your feet will touch the ground, which mine will if I stretch them down there, I want you to put your feet down on the ground, and I want you to see your roots coming out through the centers of your feet and going all the way deeply into the earth. We can't necessarily get out there barefoot today or put our feet in the creek, but we can imagine, and our imagination is a powerful tool. So let's imagine that we're someplace warm today. Let's see those roots breaking deeply, deeply down into the earth. They're just making all that cracking noise as they move. They're creating a highway down all the way to the core of the earth so that you can receive that beautiful earth energy. So use the word, just say ground. Tell your body ground. And your body says, oh, okay, boom. We just teach ourselves, don't we? My body is now well grounded. And then I say center. And I pull my lungs, I just fill them and pull it as if I'm pulling my energy from my feet, pulling earth energy like a big straw all the way up through my feet and all the way hits my spine, and I just pull it all the way up so it centers me. Boom, 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 boom. And perfectly centered. You can try that. When you do that, you can almost hear your parts just coming in. Everything just kind of goes, bing, 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 bing. I actually hear that noise. I have a wild imagination. And I pull that air all the way up. Instead of just using my lungs, I'm pulling it from all the way down, all the way up. I'm breathing deeply up and down. Imagine your air coming all the way from your feet to your crown. And then it goes back down, and then it pulls it back up. Just breathe a few times, pulling that air up and down your spine. So you're centering your energy. And now that we're all centered and grounded, we're calling in the angels, calling Archangel Michael to protect each one of us. Everyone that's watching now, anyone that watches in the future, we're asking for a clearing of your home of any negative energy. Anyone that's in your home, your pets, your car, your land, 500 miles out, just as far out as you can see, we're going to ask for a clearing of the energy all around you to make it easier for you today, lightening that load. So if you just say yes, you'll feel as if the angels are just coming in. I feel it now. Just Archangel Michael brings a whole army of angels in, just clearing away any negativity. Lots of effort going in that throat chakra right now. We're finding our voices right now. Go ahead and clear away. Clear your throat, allowing that energy to just clear right on up through every one of your chakras. Get a spinning, spinning, spinning. So as the angels are working to clear us of any negative, lower vibrational energy, and you're opening up your hands and you're relaxing your body, allowing for that clearing to happen. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to see all of us together. Let's all go to Hawaii where it's nice and warm. There's an ocean. You can hear the ocean waves. And there's a big sandy beach right in front of us. And we're all barefoot. Cute little bathing suits. You look cute, don't worry. Little ones are always cute in their bathing suits. And I want you to just walk along. And if you see your feet, look down at your feet. They're the feet of a child. We're all coming together as children today. Cute little feet. You might have little flip-flops on. You might be just walking barefoot. I prefer the barefoot. I want to feel that sand come up through the centers of my feet. The sand is all packed nice and hard. The water's been washing over the top of it. The tide has just gone out. So the sand is still nicely packed. It's wet. And it just kind of squishes under your feet. You know, it just kind of, it's like you leave an imprint of yourself everywhere that you go. So walk around. Enjoy the feel of that sand under your feet. Feel the energy coming right up through the centers of your feet. And you can look around. There's toys. There's hammocks. There's buckets and there's shovels, and you can dig holes. If you'd like, we can dig for buried treasures today. What would you like to look for? Imagine that there is a treasure trunk with your name on it. The pirates have been here. There's a pirate ship right out there, right out in the water. You can see it. They're friendly pirates. They're laughing. They're having fun. And they have come into shore and they've buried treasure trunks all over. And you can see the little holes. They didn't hide them very well. They did it for us. They've created a little treasure hunt for you. So I want you to grab your bucket and I want you to grab your shovel. And I want you to go feel the energy under your feet. Feel your way to your treasure trunk. It will guide you. There's goodies inside of there. And it's like it's calling your name. So see yourself walking down the beach. Maybe it's under a banana tree. Maybe under a coconut tree. Maybe it's closer to the water. Envision yourself walking around looking. Just feel. Take a step and feel the energy under your feet. And every time you take another step, feel the energy. It will come up into your heart. It'll say yes, yes. And if the energy moves in a different direction, it doesn't feel right, then step back again. Stand there and wait and step in a different direction. Oh, that feels better. Go by the feel. Just what does it feel like? And keep taking steps. Count them. Count your steps. And maybe you'll get 4 or 5 steps to the east, and then you'll say, oh, wait, the energy left me. And then make a turn. Feel the energy and turn to the right or to the left, whichever works, whichever feels right to you. And keep going. Let your body be like a pendulum that tells you which way to go. Say, okay, which way now? And feel your body move in a different direction. Keep going. Learn what it feels like. Learn what your energy feels like. You can call in. Let's take a second. Call in your higher self to help. Just say, okay, for me it's Diana. Diana, will you help me find my treasure? And you get to do the same thing. Look up a little bit. They're right there above you. Open up your heart. Let your higher self come in and let them guide you to your treasure today. Take a big breath. Pull them all the way in. Let them guide you. You can see them if you'd like. It's like I'm a little child and Diana, my higher self, who is drop dead gorgeous. She is the most beautiful creature I've ever laid eyes on. She steps in and she takes the hand of my child. And she says, come on, let's go this way. You see that beautiful little cove over there? There's 3 coconut trees. They each go in different directions. One's tall and the other ones are going different ways. And there's coconuts hanging down. I love coconut. I love coconut so much. That is a treasure for me. I would sit right down there and drink that coconut water and dig out all that coconut and just sit there and chow down. I love coconut. Yummy. Of course, my treasure's under that coconut tree. That's the first thing I would go to. I smell coconut. Just smell it. If you like bananas, take yourself to the banana tree. So I'm being led over to those coconut trees. Where are you being led? When you find your treasure, you can start digging for it. And if you listen closely, there's ocean waves. And then I hear the pirates out on their ship. They're laughing. They're having some fun. They're scrubbing down. You can hear ch, ch, ch. They're playing and they're working at the same time. So they're scrubbing down the deck. And they're jumping off of their plank. They're jumping off. They're making woo. They're flying down into the water. Some of them are doing belly flops and cannonballs and all kinds of fun stuff. And then they climb back up the rope and they get right back in. They got like a rope ladder. So they swim around, they splash each other, and then they climb back up and they do some more work, playing and working at the same time, just enjoying each other's company. It's kind of fun to watch, isn't it? It's fun to listen to. And it smells good here. It's like salty, fresh, beautiful air. You can smell it's a little sweet, like fruit. And once you find your treasure, you just take that shovel and start digging. You won't get tired. It's okay. Just dig and dig and dig. It feels good to play in dirt, doesn't it? So I love dirt, sand. It's so much fun to play in. Just keep digging. See yourself building up a big pile of sand. And all of a sudden, you'll hear this clunk. Dig it out. It's okay. Dig it out. See what's in that treasure trunk for you. Take just a minute. I'm going to be quiet. I want you to see yourself digging out that treasure, opening it up. What noise does it make as it creaks open? And what do you see inside? breathing. There's a little sadness here in the group. I'm not sure where that's coming from. A little work in the throat chakra. A little grief maybe popping up to the surface. So we're all here together. Just take a big breath. Pull that sweet healing energy. And Archangel Raphael is coming in now. For anyone that needs healing, whether it be psychological, any depression, sadness, grief, anything like that. They can help you lighten that load, right? So helping you to release, helping you to let go of all that heavy energy. Any physical healing needed. We got a little knock on the door, so if you're willing to accept, Jesus comes in. If you're that little child that's kind of sad right now and you need to go sit on someone's lap, you're welcome to go sit on his lap. He loves it when children come to him. You can tell him all your problems. You can cry on his shoulder. You can ask for healing for you or for someone else. He's just sitting there, waiting peacefully. He never forces, just waits. It's beautiful. Now we got good clearing energy coming down through the throat. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Thank you for that. So I hope you're finding beautiful treasures here on the beach, whatever it may be, whether it's healing energy, whether it's real, whether you're finding all kinds of diamonds and rubies and amethyst, whatever you'd like. Well, it might be jewelry. It might be that you open up that box and you find the greatest love you'll ever know. Whatever it is. What are you looking for? What are you seeking? Answers? Somebody is thinking answers. Okay. Open up that box. What's your question first? Before you open the box, I want you to really, you can say it right out loud. Nobody's there to hear you say what it is. Ask the question and see if when you open that box, there's an answer. Envision it. Use your imagination. What's the answer to that question? Your higher self has all your answers. All you got to do is seek yourself out. Now, if there's anything there that you want to remember, anything that you want to bring back with you, envision yourself writing that answer down. You've got a little pad of paper and a pen. Just envision yourself writing something down. And you tear that paper off and you fold it up and you put it in your pocket so that when you get back, you'll remember. And as we gather our treasures, the pirates are welcoming us on their ship. We're going to go take a little ride. So you can swim, you can walk on water if you want. They'll come pick you up in a boat, whatever it is. I want you to see yourself making your way out to that pirate ship. And when you get there, they reach down and they lift you up. And you realize that all these pirates are your spiritual team. They've been out there playing. You've got spirit guides and angels, loved ones. They're all just right there waiting for you. They say, please come join us anytime. We're always here. We'll set sail with you. Go to the most beautiful places. So as we're all of us coming out to this beautiful pirate ship, the reminder here is that this is always available to us. If we find this through our imagination. We lay down, we close our eyes, and we get quiet. And the imagination leads us to our loved ones, leads us to our guides. If there's someone there waiting on the ship for you that you've been really wanting to see, please go and give them a hug. Let them hold you. Just be held for a few minutes. Beautiful. Energy just shifted. Somebody found some love out there. Perfect. They know you've been missing them. They're waiting for you there always. You can always come back out to this pirate ship. Whatever it is that you want to imagine. They're sharing a feast with you. There's all kinds of goodies. You can eat whatever you want. There's no calories in any of this. You want cheesecake or fudge or a big cheeseburger, whatever it is. Enjoy this spread. Enjoy this fellowship time. If you just want to sit back and drink a little pink drink with an umbrella on it, that's okay too. There's a gentle breeze blowing and the ship is rocking and it's nice and easy. You can lay down in a hammock and you can rest. And if you're tired right now, if you're feeling a little bit sad or down or whatever, please find one of those hammocks and let the angels, let your guides minister to you today. Remember that they're staying. They're not going anywhere as we close out through this meditation time. They're always there for you. They're always there. You can always envision yourself right there being wrapped up in love, being supported, being guided, asking your questions and receiving answers. That's their gift to you. We're always here. We're always here. Please remember to come to us often. Don't try to do this all by yourself. They know. They know how difficult it is to be your physical form. So they're always there for you, just waiting for you. You have free will, free choice. You just have to say, yes, I'd like some help. And they always come in to help. They never turn you down. Please know that. They're always right there behind you. Whatever you're going through, you're crying in the middle of the night, they're there, wrapping themselves around you, letting you know that you're going to be okay. It's so beautiful. So take one more huge big breath. You're getting this huge, beautiful blast of energy right now. Take a big breath. Bring it all the way in, and as you breathe, envision all of that beautiful energy go into every cell of your body, healing, clearing, beautiful love energy, unconditional love. There's nothing that you could have ever done or could ever do to lose that love. It's right there for you. Fill up your bank with it. Pull it deeply into your heart, pull it into your lungs, and push it back even deeper and fill yourself right up. As you go through your day, that love is just going to shine right out and it's going to spread around the world. They're thanking you for being here, for everything that you've been doing. They are so grateful to you for volunteering to come to this planet in such a difficult time. You get a good pat on the back. Congratulations for making it this far, for doing such a beautiful job. Remember the gifts that you've received today. Bring them back with you. Whatever you can remember, just stick it in your pocket. I got a few jewels in my pocket, a couple of love notes from the universe, from God, from the angels, whoever you want to call on. Taking one more big breath. And as you do, I want you to pull your higher self. I want you to pull your little self, all your parts back into your heart. Take a big breath. And we're asking the angels to sever any cords, connections between us so that we can each stand in our own power today. Between us, between anyone else that might be holding you back. Just cut those cords with love. We love each other. We have to be able to stand in our own power. So stand in your own power, and then as you do, the angels come in. They will wrap you in this beautiful bubble of protection. It is completely solid. There's nothing, even though it's boing, it's bouncy, there's nothing that can permeate it. You stay safe within that bubble. It's filled with love. You can send love out if you choose. You can receive love in, and nothing lower vibrational can come within that bubble. You're completely safe there. Take one big breath and just enjoy that. And as you do, I want you to feel the energy come back into your physical self, wiggling your toes and your hands. Big, big, big breath. Feeling of peace just fill every part of your being. Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you to the angels and the guides and Jesus and to all the loved ones and to all of you for joining me today, for your higher selves, each one of you. Thank you for being here, for joining me today. It's a beautiful time together. I feel yummy. I feel very, very good, and I hope that you do too. So what do you guys got going on? Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Stefan. You guys get out there and enjoy. Lori, you're a different one too. I'm in Florida. please do. Please stick your toes in the sand or in the grass for me today. Think of me when you do that. I would love to feel that energy. I'm very likely I'm going to go back to Florida the next month or so. I need to get my feet on the beach. I miss the sunshine so much. All right, you guys. So glad you joined me today. Thank you so much for your support and for all the love that we shared amongst each other today. My mouth is going to mush. I feel too good. I'm going to go warm up my tea and get on with my day and go work on that plumbing. You guys have built me all up. I've got all the strength I need to go get that plumbing, help get that plumbing taken care of. Yay, plumbing. You guys have a good day. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Take good care.